In yesterday's upload on the channel, I was talking about a video that had surfaced on social media by Newcastle United fans claiming that one Newcastle United player was actually involved in a bar brawl, fight, altercation, whatever description you want to put on it. A Newcastle United player had been involved on camera. There being a fight with a good 10 or so people. There were kicks, punches being thrown, and it started to pop up on social media. Now, I was actually originally sent this a couple of times earlier in the day before it started being posted on social media. In my video yesterday, I had to be extremely vague. I wasn't allowed to mention what player it was due to the fact that I didn't know at the time if it was 100% true or not. I mean, one, this is a legal investigation. I have to say that now. This is ongoing with the police. Fans had actually originally claimed that this was after the Liverpool defeat, but it's actually now been confirmed by Craig Hope in an exclusive article with the Daily Mail. We're going to mention this quite a lot in this video, but it was actually from the Manchester City defeat the week prior. So this has actually been on for over a week now. Speaking about the article, so everything in this video that I'm going to be talking in detail about has been quoted by the Daily Mail. The article link will be in the description and pinned comment. I must say the information came from them. In this video now, I'm just trying to put across the pieces for you guys to understand everything that's going on. Now, I had to say as well in these sort of videos now, I take absolutely no satisfaction or enjoyment in making videos like this. It's horrible. I don't like it at all. The truth being is that a lot of the videos that I do on the channel is me being a Newcastle United reporter, you could say. I'll be a massive hypocrite if I only started reporting some bits. So let's say I only put the nice stuff on the channel. I had to be as neutral as possible, regardless how good or bad it may be for the club. I just have to talk on it, otherwise I'll be lying to myself. It's the sort of thing I do on the channel with regard to reporting. But secondly as well, due to the fact that, as I was saying before, it hadn't been announced by journalists anywhere. For me, if I start mentioning, well, this player's done this player's done that, that could have massive legal ramifications on me if I got it completely wrong. So I had to be absolutely certain. Since now that Craig Hope has mentioned the player, I'm going to say it now. Club captain Jamaal Lascelles was the player that was involved with the bar brawl, fight, whatever you want to call it again. But unfortunately, the details that has came out by the Daily Mail is actually much worse than you think. I mean, shocking details. So the main headline that came out is that Jamaal Lascelles was actually threatened to be shot by a gang. Straight up, some people threatened to murder Jamaal Lascelles, and that's kick-started everything you see in that video on social media. So we're going to get through all the details now, what exactly happened according to the Daily Mail. The incident took place after the Manchester City defeat last week back in Newcastle City Centre. As I mentioned before, Jamaal Lascelles was actually threatened to be shot by an individual with a gang of around 6 to 8 people. I repeat that, 6 to 8 individuals was involved in wanting to attack Jamaal Lascelles, his brother and his friends. So Jamaal Lascelles had narrowly missed being thrown by a bottle of vodka from one of the individuals. His brother was actually punched in the nose and had a bloody face from the altercation. Their friend was put onto the ground before being kicked unconscious. Thankfully he's fine, but he was kicked when he was down on the ground, which is obviously, yeah, that was one of the things you saw in the video there. I'm not going to say anything else about that. But pretty much these individuals, they then fled the scene as police arrived. Jamaal Lascelles was scared for his life alongside his brother. Now, thankfully, all three of them are all okay, but that's the first initial details that have came out about the incident, and that video on social media obviously was a big part of it outside the pub. The Daily Mail also stated that Jamaal Lascelles acted in self-defence to the situation. The self-defence laws in the UK being that, well, the defendant in question, when applied, is allowed to use reasonable, necessary or proportionate force in order to protect themselves or others from imminent attack. Now, I had to say it in my video now. For me, obviously, I can't give any opinions on the situation. I've got to be as fair as possible. I think due to the fact that I'm a Newcastle United fan, Lascelles is a Newcastle United player, I just can't give my opinion because I'm going to be biased no matter what. But what I will say is, especially on social media, I've seen a lot of people, even now, still slagging off Jamaal Lascelles. I mean, it's ridiculous now. I've met him a good few times before. I mean, this guy is lovely. I speak from my personal experience with him. He's down to earth, has all the time in the world for you, and he's someone that doesn't get much game time at all for Newcastle. But he's loved enough behind the scenes to still be club captain from Eddie Howe. He's well respected amongst his colleagues and the locker room, and it's just something that's all round good for Newcastle in the club's sense of things. But due to this all coming out now, obviously there's going to be a lot of things going on behind the scenes. But Jamaal Lascelles was on the bench against Liverpool. So at least for now anyway, before the information has came across for the public eye, Jamaal Lascelles had still been treated normally by the club. But I just want to say now, just whatever jokes you got, just leave it out of a situation like this. This is a scary situation no matter what's happened. I mean, this is someone that it could be you and me. I mean, this is somewhere in town, public place, all of us, we could easily be in that situation ourselves in town. So to kind of joke about it, not take it seriously. I mean, we definitely should take it seriously. I mean, we all go to town at some point, we all go on the drink, whatever it will be. And I think, especially in this day and age, you see something like that happen, you see this information come out, and it is concerning. It's pretty scary to see this, and I hope everyone in question is okay. I'm hoping you've been able to take away some of the details from the incident there. In regards to the actual details themselves, those are the main ones that have been published by the Daily Mail. As I mentioned in the intro, this is an ongoing investigation. More information will come out as time progresses. You seen it yesterday, the video came out then. Who knows what stuff's going to come out next. It's ongoing. As the information gets published online, I'll mention it in sparks in some of my news videos, but I'm not going to ideally direct any more videos to this. I just wanted to finalise this video now, so my one yesterday is up to date and you guys fully know what's going on. But I just wanted to say, in regards to the centre-back situation now, some things are much bigger than football in life. You guys know this. Everyone knows this. But in a football sense of things, even though he was on the bench against Liverpool, I think it's probably reasonable and best for Newcastle fans to rule him out of the equation for now. Take Lascelles out of this centre-back situation respectfully for now. We also have the Sven Botman updates that have been told by Craig Hope. It's not as bad as it's been initially reported. Hopefully it's not that bad of an injury, but I do actually expect Newcastle now to go in for a centre-half. They're going to have to try their best to bring somebody in. It's important for us to do so. If Botman's out for a decent amount of time, those Champions League matches kick in, we have to have someone in place. So after Botman and Lascelles out of the way, we've got Shaw, Dummett, Murphy, Byrne. That's it, 4, and Waters a left back. So yeah, that's all we've got left in regards to centre-backs for now. So Newcastle definitely do have to take this to heart. As for the club comments, so Newcastle have actually refused to comment on the situation, which is as expected. Eddie Howe, in the press conference, whenever that comes around, he will get questioned by journalists about this situation. So Eddie Howe will now have to sit down with the media team. Those will make sure he has a pre-answered question, so he can come out straight away, give an answer that goes according to the law, and just making sure that he can stay protected as well as the player. It's a bit of a sticky situation for Newcastle. We've seen this with Joe Linton last season, when, to be fair with the Joe Linton one, it was actually the player's fault, whereas in this case it seemed to be a situation that you could argue is out of his control, depending on how you look at the situation. But Eddie Howe will be used to this sort of thing now in Newcastle. He will get quizzed on this in the press conference, which going into the Brighton match is ideally not what you want, but unfortunately this situation's happening now. The club has to deal with it. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys have took some away from the video. It's obviously not nice to talk about that, so no matter what the situation goes next, it's terrible to see. I hope everyone regarding the situation's okay. I hope we can go past this. Nobody should ever have to fear for their lives. Nobody should have to be threatened, according to the media. But yeah, obviously I want to try and make sure that's the end of the saga now in regards to me publishing videos. But again, as somebody who reports, I've got to talk about this when it comes out. It's just how I do it. I've got to report everything, no matter how good or how bad it may be for Newcastle. As long as the information's correct, I've got to I guess, kind of jump on it and then report on it. So it's obviously not ideal. I wish I didn't have to do it, but I mean, I've got to be brutally honest. This is obviously my money. I get some of my money from this. So yeah, it's obviously something that I personally have to do, as much as I don't want to. But yeah, I hopefully anyway that you got something from the video. You now understand the details of the event. We know that it was in fact a Newcastle United player involved with the situation. But yeah, make sure you read the Daily Mail article for yourself. Make up your own assumptions. Keep your opinions ideally to yourself. I know the video is already all over social media, but again, that is potential evidence to be used, so definitely don't share the video around if you see it. But appreciate you guys watching anyway. Take care. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you all in the next one.